Welcome to the People Leaders Podcast, the audio resource for managers and business leaders creating high-performing teams. Join leadership and team development experts Jan and Michelle Turkelson each week as they explore both subjects from every angle. Through practical tips, valuable insights, and compelling interviews with leadership experts around the world, you'll learn how to bring out the best in your staff and how to give your best as a leader.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Jan.
Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Energy. That's right. It's all about energy. Energy's everywhere and everyone wants more of it, don't they?
Yes, please.
Yeah, like we've in a lot of our workshops lately, that has been a big issue. People are busy. I've got no energy. I've got no time. So what we are going to do today is give you our top 5 energy boosters.
And not a piece of gym equipment inside.
Oh, fantastic, Jan.
And the reason why we're doing this is, people leaders, you need to be at your best. If you're going to expect the best from your team,
that's right,
and you want to, be as effective as you can, there are certain conditions physiologically that you need to embody.
That's right. It's the mental, the physical, and the emotional. So if you can get all of those areas of your life humming, or just get better at them, you are going to be more effective. And so let's have a countdown, Jan, from 5 to 1. So number 5, what's our number 5 tip?
Okay, so that's having a hot water and lemon juice each morning. Now, when we mean hot water, it's not boiling water. It's water that you can actually drink. And it's like, a quarter of a lemon squeezed into a glass. It's the first thing that you have of a morning. And we have been doing this for, 30 years now, first thing every morning. And it really sets you up to cleanse and to kind of like prime your internal organs.
Yeah, and you're getting a dose of vitamin C each time you do it. And I could, hand on heart, I haven't had a cold for 15 years.
Right. And the thing about that is it's the first thing that you're doing for yourself of a morning. It's a physical thing that you can see. That's what I've done.
And a tip, I'll give people a tip because I am prone to laziness sometimes. So what I would do is at night when I am making a cup of tea, I'll make my hot water and lemon then.
Right.
And so I've already got it beside my bed when I wake up. And then it might obviously be cold or room temperature, better than nothing, have the room temperature, and then I might go and top it up with hot water in the morning.
Good.
Okay, number 4.
And that's do something of service for someone.
Yeah, so this is an energy booster because when you do something for somebody else, you just watch the endorphins be released in your body and you feel better, you feel lighter, you feel happier, and that gives you more energy. And it is proportionate actually, so the more you do for somebody, the more energy that you will get from that.
Yeah.
But it can be as little as a smile, and it can be a kind word to somebody, and then it could be an action, which is actually do something for somebody.
Yeah, and my tip is do it earlier on in the day.
Yeah.
If you win the morning, you win the day.
That's right. And actually, I just want to say Jim Quick has a podcast and a website, and I don't know if he's coined that phrase, but I have heard him use that. So it's jimkwik.com, and he is a brain memory expert.
But I love that phrase, win the morning and you win the day.
So true, Jen.
So if you can set your morning up, then you're building momentum.
That's right.
So that's number 4.
Yep.
Countdown to number 3. All right, I want you to, especially if you're not driving, so if you're just sitting down, I want you to take your left hand and place it on your chest and your right hand and place it on your belly. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose. One more.
And what do we call this?
Breathing. So the question is, what hand moved? Was it your left or was it your right? And a lot of people say both hands, but ideally we want your right hand to move. We want diaphragmatic breathing.
So that's your belly. That's down lower. We don't want you to have shallow breathing, which would be up top.
That's right. Yeah, that deep breath. So you can get all the oxygen from the lungs, through and circulating through the body. So really important to take 3 to 5 deep breaths. And so what we have encouraged our leaders to do is before they go into every meeting, take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths. And what it does, it actually is a little bit of a pattern interrupt.
Yeah.
It clears their head and it sets them up for that meeting.
Yeah, and it gives them more oxygen. You have more oxygen coursing through your body and to your brain. That's exactly what we need more of, particularly when you're in a stressful environment or you're busy running from meeting to meeting.
Yeah. And it seems easy, you know, when you say, oh, you just have to breathe. But there are so many people who forget to breathe. Hold their breath, you know, when they're concentrating.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple of breath workshops, and what that's helped me to do is to remind myself the importance of it, because once I know the science behind it, I've put a bit of effort and focus and spent money on it, then I'm more likely to do it.
Yeah.
So 3 to 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths.
Right. So counting down to number 2. Number 2, play your favourite song every day. Yeah.
And just see, I'll tell you what.
See what happens.
Yeah. And again, there's a little bit of science around that, about, you know, engaging the mind, the body in a song, because a song will bring back a lot of memories, especially if it's, you know, positive, you want them to be positive memories. Yeah. So today for me, it was Barry White. There was something that came up on my feed and I put my Bose headphones on and I just danced to Barry White. That's fantastic.
And you know what, Jen, you could incorporate number 2 with number 5. So in the morning, while you're having your hot water and lemon, you could, you know, find your favourite song and do them at the same time. And it would be so much better if you could move your body to that. Oh, wouldn't that be good? Have a little jig in the morning, first thing in the morning.
The thing is, just test it out.
Yes.
You know, like we can give you all these tips, but just see if you can take all of them on board, or if there's one that just really
resonates with you.
And do that. Like master what's in front of you before you go to the next thing.
Great tip. And the other thing is for a week.
Yeah,
just try everything for a week.
And
then after that week, you might say, actually, the one that really resonated with me was X or Y, 1 or 5, and that's the one I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay, countdown.
Okay, to number 1. Okay, and this is all about sleep. And so everyone's going, oh, yes, we know, 8 hours sleep. Well, actually, it's about when you get to sleep. So there was a recent study in US at the University of Surrey in the UK, and it said that people who prefer to stay up late and sleep late have a 10% higher risk of dying sooner than people who go to bed early and rise early. So, and this study was on nearly 500,000 UK participants, Jan. You know, people who went to bed later had higher risks of diabetes, psychological disorders, blah, 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 and on it goes. And so there is some science to back up that the early birds are going to be a lot more healthier and wealthier and wiser.
Yeah, so for some people that I've been coaching about, you know, like getting to bed early. It's sometimes getting to bed early because they've got so much on their to-do list, and there comes a point where you have to put yourself first, and you have to kind of create some level of importance about why you would do that, and so I really encourage those people to get to bed early. And then there are other people who find it challenging once they lie in bed. Yeah, their eyes are open. So these are the things that you can do. You can count. You can count from, you know, like 20 down, or you can take some really deep diaphragmatic breaths. You inhale and exhale and make the exhale longer than the inhalation.
And there's another tip, and that is recounting your day without any judgment, but from the time that you get into bed, you actually segment everything that happened throughout the day, right from when you
I think it's a Buddhism. I think
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so what it does, it allows the mind to let go of anything that you have done, because you've already gone through it in your mind. Yeah. So, you know, did you brush your teeth before you hopped into bed, and did you check something before you went? So it's actually going from backwards when you went to bed all the way through to that morning when you had your hot water and lemon.
That's right. and your little jig.
That's right. So, get to bed. Get to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
And then you'll win the morning.
That's right.
and then win your day.
That's right. Over and out.
Over and out.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the People Leaders Podcast. For show notes and other resources, please visit us at peopleleaderspodcast.com. And while you're there, you can subscribe for future episodes so you can continue your own leadership journey. And please be sure to share this and other episodes with your friends and colleagues. The People Leaders Podcast is brought to you by the Experts on Air Podcast Network.